Hey everybody, how's it going? All right, so it's Feel the Love February, and we have Shaunna here, who is a rever and also one of the most magical massage therapists you will ever meet. Shaunna has been coming into the studio to teach a workshop about really focused on self-care, so we thought it would be perfect if you came in today and shared some of what you've been teaching, because I think oftentimes we kind of forget that we are empowered to take care of ourselves. So, let's say you're super busy and you're like, I'm really sore, I don't know how to get in to see my RMT or whatever. There's so many things people can do.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely. And I think that's the problem, is we get so busy in our lives and the stress just accumulates, and we just go from day to day with that kind of feeling of angst, and we don't kind of have the clue on what to do. So simple techniques we can use daily for treating that, treating tension, treating pain in the office, maybe just at home before bed, whatever time you can take out of the day to fit that in. We can demonstrate a couple of techniques.
And I think one of the things that I wanted to mention too is when I go out and teach like my corporate wellness workshops and things like that, one of the things that we focus on the most is self-massage in some areas that we hold tension. And sometimes people think it's really weird. They're like, I'm at the office, I'm not gonna massage myself up.
Right.
But it's amazing, because if you have a stressful job or if you have just stress in your life, it's amazing when you kind of stop for a moment when you're at your desk, like say you're hanging out at your computer, you can really sort of check in and notice, oh my gosh, I'm clenching my teeth, I'm gripping my guts, and maybe your forehead is all squished up, and it's just amazing how much tension that creates at the temples, through the jaw, even just things that we do with our hands at our desk, right? Like using our mouse, being on the phone, typing. So I wanted Shaunna to show us some simple ways, and it's probably going to take 2 minutes?
Couple minutes.
Couple minutes. So these are things that you should not be embarrassed doing. If you're in a cubicle, you just, people are watching, you just be like, yeah, hey, I'm doing my thing. I'm trying to get rid of a tension headache, right?
Yeah.
This is a great way to alleviate headaches, stress, all that stuff, and it's a really great way just to take care. So let's
Absolutely.
get started.
And if you feel silly, just maybe have them join in. Little group massages.
Bill, why don't you come over from your cubicle and join me in a moment of self-care? I'm sure that'll go over great.
Give it a shot, see what happens.
All right, let's go.
Yeah, so just kind of sit and take a moment to get focused and just relax. Maybe take a deep breath in and give a sigh out through the mouth, and just let go for a minute. Just let go, right? And then get into it. We can take the hands. You can have lotion, or you can just not use lotion, whatever. If you have a favorite little cream, I love this one.
It's nice to keep lotion by your desk anyway, just dry.
Yeah, this time of year especially. But if you don't have anything, that's fine too. But a nice treat is to just get yourself something you love and use it. But starting just with the palms, if your palms are tight from texting, typing, just take the thumb, index finger, and get right into the thenar eminence here, we call this.
So this section right here.
Right in that little chunk of muscle.
It's so sore there no matter what.
Always sore there. I just find even driving, gripping that steering wheel, especially after shoveling this week and whatnot, always feeling that. So just massaging in there and in the palm, down, stripping the fingers through the palms and the fingers here.
Great for revers, because any kind of workout, we're always holding weights or handles or whatever. So if you do a lot of fitness, right, your hands get used big time.
Absolutely. They're just 24/7.
Yeah.
Unless we're sleeping. And then just pulling the fingers, so pushing the skin down, but pulling up towards
starting at the knuckle to the fingertip,
right? Right down there. Yeah, you might get a little crack or pop. You can pull the finger. It might pull and pop in there. Feels really good.
So should people crack their knuckles?
Sure. Just not this way. We don't want to crack like that. If you pull and it releases the joint, that's fine.
Okay. But yeah, you don't want to be one of those crack.
No, exactly. And
my
then
uncle
switch
used
up.
to do that. It was like, wah. What are we doing that for?
Switch up the old hands here. Well, some people would think that that was the old wives' tale. You're going to get the arthritis if you push down. Not really true, but I still don't recommend it. Putting extra force on the joint is not really necessary. And getting into that thumb again feels so good. Just don't be afraid to push in. Just really push in with the thumb, and then you support on the back part of the hand or front part of the hand with that index finger.
It's tender.
Great.
Ooh.
It's tender. Sometimes it'll shoot up into the forearm. Great little spot for trigger points for headaches. If you have a headache, you can find that. We call it the painer. If you really want to get somebody, you can just grab their thumb and just squeeze like the.
Well, it's good to know. That's a good
one.
Good strategy. Don't mess with us. We'll grab you by the painter.
The painter. And then you could stretch. The thumb feels really good to stretch out. So just straighten the arm and then kind of use the other hand to pull the thumb down. You can see the stretching happening right through here. And all the blood circulation moving through. Cool. That looks really cool on the screen. And same with the other side. And then stretching out this middle finger, which will help if you're a typer and you're getting all that pain up in the elbow here. Just kind of rotate the palm towards yourself. Use the other hand to push on that middle finger and stretch the arm. Straighten it right out. Feel
I can think of one particular rubber who would especially benefit from stretching her middle finger.
Yeah.
You know who I'm talking about, Chief.
Stretch away. Stretch away. And then the other side. Feels really good. And that's good for hands. You can shake.
Yeah. And right away you can feel the blood flow through your hands,
right?
Which is just good stuff.
It feels more relaxed.
Yeah.
And then just taking the forearm too. So coming up with the thumb and just working your way towards that elbow joint, starting at the wrist. Just work all the way out there. It feels really good. You get some burning happening in there and just some good release. And this finger will actually start moving as you push on that muscle because that's the one that controls there. Yeah? Right? That's why it's important to stretch that.
Oh my gosh, who would even think that this is so tight?
Yeah, well, with all of our rubbers hanging onto the handles, you get a lot of tightness. And then typing and doing everything else that life entails with.
Driving, I think, is big. And we have a lot of commuters, people who are driving in and out of Toronto and stuff like that. That's a lot of time gripping the wheel and stress, just the stress of driving too, right?
So working out, so it's kind of like thumb walking, I like to call it, where you're just pushing in quite generously, maybe like 20-30% of your strength pushing in, or however much you want. I mean, you're not really going to hurt yourself. Work within your own pain tolerance.
Yeah, so you shouldn't be like grinding into yourself and causing.
No, just enough to feel some difference, and then just smooth it out. Just want to flush it out after we've worked that. Should feel nice and relaxed.
Love it.
That's good.
So what about the face?
So the face, certainly you can start to work in the temple.
This is my favorite.
Yeah, I love this one too. I come across, this is what I do when I'm just feeling like, oh, I just need to massage my face. I will just take a minute, close my eyes, put my fingers onto the bridge of my nose and come up across the eyebrows.
Oh yeah.
And just kind of let the eyes like open or close or whatever they want to do. And just pull that skin across. And one more time, coming up. Feels so good, especially at the end of the day when you've been holding all that tension, or any time that you're just feeling super tight. And then start to rotate over the temples. If you're not sure where the temples are, you can always just grind your teeth for
feel it.
Clench your teeth for a second. You'll feel that muscle pop right up. That's where you want to be.
So, Shaunna, should you go like this way or this way?
I like to circle in and around.
Really?
But I mean, whatever feels good. It doesn't really matter. There's no specific direction. This way just seems like it makes more sense to go up and around and move that tissue.
And then would you travel down around?
I would travel down, absolutely. So right to the jaw, where this is one of the strongest muscles in our body here. The masseter muscles, the muscles of chewing, and if we're clenching or stressed out, oftentimes we hold tension here. So again, and to find it, just clench the teeth. It'll pop right out under your fingers. So pushing up towards the cheekbone. You can actually even open your mouth if you don't feel too silly doing that. Open.
It feels so good to stretch that muscle out.
Uh-huh.
Maybe because I talk too much, do you think?
Oh, I think we all talk. We're all talking a lot, aren't we? So pushing up and feel silly. I mean, it's fun to laugh and feel silly, right?
Whatever. It feels so good. It's so worth it. You can tell. I mean, for me, I know a lot of people at the studio talk about having actual neck pain from clenching when they sleep, right? So just getting in here, honestly, is just a wise thing to do. Like, just self a wise thing to do. Like, just massage.
It is. Absolutely. Even ear pain actually can be connected to this muscle. So, and then just take your fingers and make the, this guy
Is
here.
this from Mork and Mindy,
Yeah.
or is it Star Trek?
Somebody needs to answer that one. I'm not 100%. Take one, just leave that alone. Take one. What's happening here? We're getting very silly. So we're just going to basically put two of the fingers behind the ear, two in front, and go up and down over the ears. Oh yeah, right into the side of the temples here. If you have earrings on, just maybe push them out of the way. Wow. Isn't that great?
Yeah.
Yeah, just right up into the hair. And then, you can just get crazy and just get into your hair. I mean, that's what I love to do.
It's a great chance just to fluff your hairstyle out.
Give it a little.
Especially for the guys.
Fluff here. And then one last thing that I love to do when I'm sitting just and I'm uncomfortable in my upper neck is I'll just take my hand, pull it across, and pull down and feel that upper trap just move.
And this was one of the first things that you showed us in our workshop, just getting into the upper traps here, which is a big thing for revers, especially when we're holding the bands and we kind of forget to keep those shoulders down.
Absolutely.
That tension just can kind of creep in there.
And you can do both at the same time if that feels good too. Just allow the neck to go back a little bit and then pull forward. So good. Move the head around a little bit. Yeah.
Well, that's amazing.
A quick fix. I mean, that's
that was about 10 minutes. So, and I think too, like as you kind of get into your own routine, you can do all that in 2 minutes and not even think about it, right? Like maybe you just kind of shut your monitor off for a second, take a breath, have a sip of tea, get in there, and then you can just get right back at it. We can all afford to take 2 minutes just to make that happen. And I like right away, you just feel your blood's flowing again. You've got energy back in the body. Yeah, it feels good.
Feels amazing every day.
Thank you, Shaunna.
You're welcome.
We appreciate it so
much.
Have a great day, everybody.